This last part of the debate asks a bigger question. Can you love yourself exactly where you are and still admit that something in your life needs to change?
Body positivity is toxic. If you agree, please step forward. Anyone over here? All right, let's begin.
Well, I think it's toxic because people just use it to excuse themselves from any kind of accountability on anything, or to even try to have a better life in any type of way, because then they just tend to be a big victim. From what I know, is everything is everyone else's fault.
Yeah, they use it like Lizzo, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Lizzo, other people, Chris Christie, they're using it as an excuse to eat whatever they want. Like, okay, I'm proud of my body. Yeah, but what about the health benefits?
Yeah.
I mean,
You can be proud of your body without having a toxic form, which is what it is. Like, no one asked.
Right. It's one thing being like you're positive, but it's like, you get that obese. Come on, you got to do something about it.
If something was so great, why would you have to tell everyone all the time?
Right.
That's just my opinion. You're
That's
not
a great
people
point.
that are doing great things, and people that they're not saying it every 2 seconds. And people that are body positivity tend to be saying it all the time. It's a way to just unload any responsibility for your own life. That's just what it is.
It's also dangerous, like it's very positive, and like right now, like mental stuff. Like I identify myself like cat. Or
are you
like
you're a cat?
No, I mean I'm not, but I'm trying to say like like all this body positive is really dangerous ways.
Yeah.
When you let people like lie like this about themselves,
people want to get lied to. That's what it comes down to. Just tell them what they want to hear. That's what they're doing.
I like the sounds in the background. It's very dramatic, right? The way they do it, they move to the next section, right? But yeah, so I don't know what you guys think about this, but I know a lot of people get offended, right? I think body positivity can become a problem, if it turns into an excuse to ignore your health, you know. But I also do not think the answer is hating yourself. You can be proud of who you are and still be honest about your habits. Loving yourself and wanting to improve are not opposites. But I do notice one thing he did say that hit me is that I do know, like, yeah, when I'm in great shape, I walk around and I don't. Maybe I'm proud of myself, but I don't like walk around and think about my body all the time like I did when I was overweight. When I was struggling with some chubbiness or whatever. I was always self-conscious, right? So it does help for me, makes me happy inside, but and I don't have to worry about that other thing that I would. It's just another worry. I'm overweight. Dang it! I got to get this off. My pants don't fit. I'm not feeling great. I'm limping around. So I did something about it, and I feel much better. So here, let's check out this next clip.
Our next prompt is I am unhappy with the way I look. If you agree, please step forward. Let's begin.
All of us.
Wow. Our side.
I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. I mean, I don't hate myself, but I could be so much better. Like, my joints hurt, my hips hurt right now. I mean, geez, I can't walk as far as I could.
My knees.
Yeah, man. I know I could look better. I did look better than this. So I gotta be honest.
That's kind of like my thing. Before the pandemic, I was happy with my shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the pandemic happened, but I was still on my shit. But then some shit happened. I fell off, and then now I'm. So yeah,
It's understandable.
I think there's room for improvement. Everyone's journey is different, but there's always room for improvement. And also, I think finding the right balance to get into where I want to be at a certain weight, and also just maintaining that weight and being happy with where I am.
The reason why I'm unhappy with the way I'm physically is, number one, I'm comparing myself to how I was younger. People say, when you were younger, you were so handsome because I had hair. I'm trying to, and when you get older, your metabolism slows. The doctor says in your 50s, you're going to feel the sciatic, and I do. Like, the pinched nerve in the back, and if I stand for too long, I'm like, it's like I have a dead leg. I don't know about you guys, So
let me just say this real quick. I mean, because that's one thing I was thinking of is in reference to getting older, and that's one of the things. It's like because it's when you get older, it's harder to lose the weight.
Yeah.
But that's my whole thing too as well. Thinking about because I was cute when I was young. Like, I really was cute. I think I'm just all right now, but I want to be at least I want to age more gracefully. I lost 50 pounds in about 6 months. back in 2018. So I know as I've gotten older, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but I know it's possible. So that's my whole thing. Like, I'm hard on myself. Like he was saying earlier, I'm hard on myself because I know that I could do it.
So I would say I am happy with myself right now. And I'll say that because going back to that mental alarm, it's more so of awareness. You know what I'm saying? It's just being aware of your body, of how everything's moving and how everything's going. To your point, you say when you get older, you start to feel things. That's awareness. Now you're making the changes and you're doing what you need to do so that doesn't hurt you. You know what I mean? You just got to be aware. And that's all it is, just being aware of how you are, how you're moving and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
it makes sense. Because if you take care of yourself, your body's going to take care of you. So you're going to feel better. You're going to move a lot better. You're not going to have all those random pains like I heard you guys complaining about, just having like random pains. And obviously getting older is one aspect of it. But if you want to actually live a good, long life, you don't want your body feeling like it's breaking down when you're only 40.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's many people that are only like mid-30s and already are just like their body's totally destroyed because they didn't take care of themselves when they were younger. It's not about like being a certain body fat percentage or anything like that, but if I want to do something with my body, go for a walk, go for a hike, whatever it is, and I can do that, I'm happy.
That part really connects with me. They start talking about getting older, joint pain, movement, and wanting to stay capable, and that's what health means to me. It's not about chasing some perfect body, it's about being able to walk and move and exercise and enjoy your life, and not feel like your body is falling apart before, it has to, right? I'm 54 and I want to keep things, going, and I want to be happy. I want to enjoy my life as long as I can, And that's one of the biggest reasons I care about food, exercise, strength, and longevity. I had a sciatic issue. I wasn't overweight when I did, but I twisted the wrong way. But my knee but also I had to get stronger, and I had to make sure I kept the weight off as I was healing. Otherwise it wouldn't go away. My knee, I have to keep the weight off or it doesn't go away. I like where this whole thing ends because the people on both sides actually start to understand each other. This is the part I'm not going to play, right? Some of them walked in each other's shoes. Some of them assumed before. They walked in each other's shoes before, so they've been overweight or they've been really skinny, right? Some of them walked in assuming the people fit would judge them. And some of the fit people explain that they have their own struggles too, and that's the part that people don't forget. Everybody's starting at some point. Everybody has to start somewhere, right? And everybody has something that they're working through. You can take responsibility for your health without looking down on somebody else. They were talking about they thought they were being judged all the time. The fit guy said that they take pride in their body, right? The skinny guy said that he's not skinny. He said that he was skinny before. Well, dude, okay. Maybe you're not skinny anymore. Good. But you look like you're pretty thin. So good. Good job, dude. At least you're trying, right? Get some muscles, right? But I don't know. I don't know if we're talking about people with muscles or we're talking about people that are in shape. Because it seems like he's in shape. Anyway, the whole point is that they're saying that they weren't better than the overweight guys. And the overweight guys, you can tell, they all have health problems. They're all talking about it. They all talked about certain things that they have, So they all have certain things that they got to deal with. Like me, I have my knee thing. When I'm overweight, I can feel it, right? So after watching this whole debate, I do not think the answer is simply yes. Being overweight is a choice, or no, it is not. Life is more complicated than that. But I do believe that once we understand what we can control, we have a responsibility to ourselves to do something with that knowledge. On this channel, I got a whole playlist on basically it's a free workout and food plans, and I have all video. I have 500 hours of videos to go with them. It's called Your Blueprint for Weight Loss and Exercise Success. And you can start right now. You can get going. I also have other videos on here. I have one that shows up when I gained a couple pounds just recently. Right now I'm just finishing the videos. I couldn't button my pants, right? I can finally button my pants now, right? It only took me a little while because I didn't let myself get too far out of shape. But still, I let myself go, and for a couple days, and it added up fast. I'm like, wow, that was quick. So yeah, like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, because this channel is all about helping you guys, motivate you guys, and giving you the tools you need to get in shape, to feel good. I also have life lessons. I have stories about my life, about others, and experiences and database research, everything you need. So that way you can become a stronger you. Have a great day.